Here we go, folks, back indoors for another starting 11 prediction, this time for tomorrow's trip to Rugby Park to face Kilmarnock. Kilmarnock went to this one after a good win at the weekend. They beat Queen's Park 6-0 in the Scottish Cup. Having said that, they're off the back of 4 1-0 defeats in a row in the Premiership before the winter break there. Alex Dyer is back in charge, of course, after the sacking of Angelo Alessio. So you'd expect them to be very similar to the style they had under Steve Clarke. Obviously Dyer being Clarke's assistant. They'll defend resolutely, they'll make it difficult for us. We know from going there last season, it can be really, really hard at times. The surface isn't great, the pitch is pretty narrow, so it's going to be a tough game. To the team then, we'll start in goals, as we always do. Fraser Foster. I'm actually surprised that Foster started at the weekend. I thought we'd have seen Craig Gordon or Scott Bain because it was a cup game. Neil Lennon seems to have patched the both of them, even in terms of the cup games now, so definitely Foster on Wednesday. Right back, Jeremy Frimpong. Fully expect him to start there. Good news about El Ahmed is his second coming of the groin injury isn't as bad as they first feared. I think he's still going to be out for a few weeks though. Neil Lennon wouldn't put a time on it in the press conference, so don't think we'll see him in the next couple of weeks. So it'll be Frimpong at right back. In the centre half, Christopher Jullien, who obviously made that bad mistake that led to the Partick Thistle penalty. Never a penalty, but I think Jullien's concentration has to be a lot better. I think it'll need to be a lot better in this game. Alongside him, we've seen Neil Beaton start at the weekend. He came off 3 or 4 minutes in with a hamstring injury, so he's out for a couple of weeks as well. We've just had a winter break. Celtic seem like the only team to have a winter break and come back with more injured players than they had before they had the break. So Beaton's out. Simunovic came in, his first game since he had surgery. The problem here is Simunovic generally doesn't play on these plastic pitches, so Neil Lennon's got a decision to make. He says Christopher Ayer's back in training. He trained today, so I'm going to put Ayer in there because I just don't think they'll risk Simunovic on a plastic pitch when he's been out for so long. So it'll be back to the combination of Jullien and Ayer at centre half. At left back, we've seen Greg Taylor. At the weekend, he seemed to split opinion. I think a lot of people thought he was very good. Others didn't think so. I think the difference we can see is that he's maybe not as quick and creative going forward as Bolingoli can be. We know Bolingoli struggled, but certainly defensively he maybe looks more sturdy. I thought he was good in the first half. He maybe drifted a little bit in the second half, but I thought overall he was good, and I think he's going to start this game. Greg Taylor obviously knows Kilmarnock very well, played there for a number of seasons, used to the surface, which I think is important for us. So I think Taylor's going to start out at left back. Into midfield, I've honestly got no idea. We've seen the diamond at Saturday at Partick Thistle. I think it didn't work. We won the game. It was very, very comfortable. We just didn't have that cutting edge going forward. We didn't take our chances. I think we had a little lack of width, which again you don't want to. We know the centre of the park is very congested against Kilmarnock, so I don't want to see us continue with that, but I think we're going to have to, because further up the pitch, James Forrest is still out. We didn't see Shved at the weekend, so there's no reason why we would see him tomorrow night if we didn't see him at the weekend. So I don't think Shved's going to play. Johnston is back, but I don't think we've got enough options to put 2 wingers out there. El Yunusi's still obviously injured. That's probably a position we need to look at this month. So we'll go Scott Brown sitting deep, McGregor and Cham in front of them, and in the 10, Tom Rogic at the top of the diamond. I thought Tom Rogic was pretty good. Maybe the pick of the bunch from Saturday. Brilliant footwork, dribbling ability, absolutely unreal. Skinned a few boys. We know he's got that in his locker. Maybe a lack of cutting edge. Again, to be expected. He hasn't played a lot of football at all. It was only his 12th appearance of the season on Saturday. So I think he'll keep the midfield the same, because I just don't see the personnel available to give him the options to go back to the more natural formation, if you like, with 2 wingers and Edouard up top. So I think it'll be the diamond. I don't want it to be the diamond. If you think it's going to be something different, let us know in the comments. How do you think we'll set up in this game? Do you think we'll see wingers? Do you think we'll maybe only see 1 winger? I've even thought McGregor could go out to the left-hand side, like the way we've seen in the early days under Rodgers. I don't think Neil Lennon will do that. I think Neil Lennon likes him further back the park. So I'm going to go with Diamond. Up top, Lee Griffiths got his start at the weekend, got his goal. Looked a little bit better, I thought, and you seen the press conference after, very determined to tell his detractors, people who think his time is up at Celtic, that he's far from finished, so it's good to see that fight in him. As I say, I'm not sure how Neil Lennon will set up further up the pitch, so we might not see him start. I think he will start. I think he'll play alongside Edouard. Hopefully, again, he can take another stride forward in terms of his fitness and his sharpness, and hopefully get somewhere back towards his best. Edouard alongside him, who I thought symptomatic of the whole team. Edouard's performance on Saturday, coasted, played well in fits and starts, nearly some brilliant link up on a few occasions with Griffiths. You can tell they've been working on that, and I think that's maybe one of the reasons why we could see Neil Lennon continue with this formation. We know he likes it. He played it quite a lot in his time at Hibs, so I think we'll see this formation. Edouard, if he's not playing in second gear, we know how good he can be, and hopefully those two, if they start together, can link up. One last thing before we finish up. On Thursday night, I'm going to be at Malone's attending a Q&A with Chris Sutton, hosted by Andrew Milne. I'll post the link below. There's still tickets available if you want to come along and hear from Chris Sutton on the team, how it's going this season, and how he thinks the second half of the season is going to unfold. The link will be in the description below. That's it. Like the video, comment with your own thoughts below. Who do you think is going to start? What do you think the formation will be? What should the formation be? And if you haven't already, please don't forget to click subscribe below. We'll see you tomorrow night after the game for all of the post-match reaction. Thank you.